folks. It's the second week of October and finally made it out to the farm here. Sitting in a stand tonight, which I had as a stand about 6 years ago and shot a really nice 8-point. And I kind of moved the stand for the last 3 years and kind of played around with the area around me with some jumples, a water tank, some clover. And now I've come back to the same tree again, and I wanted to get in here one time early season and make sure I could get all my camera gear set up and all the hooks were here and it was all ready to go for one of those mornings when the deer are really moving and I get in here in the dark, so I won't be fumbling around. So I'm not sure if I'm going to see any deer or not, but this stand is all set and ready to go when the deer get active in a couple of weeks. It is so quiet in the woods right now that I can hear a chipmunk running through the leaves 100 yards away. There is no wind, like zero. Going right to my water tank to get a drink. Just a little buck. I remember 90 degrees this summer on a humid day, mowing that thing and pulling weeds. So it's good to actually see some deer using it in person, eating some clover. Third week in October, and I'm back out on the farm for the second time this year. Nice to be out on the farm and see deer, but a night in which there was supposed to be 5-mile-an-hour north winds, there were 0 winds. All my scent dropped straight down,
and I had a family of does pin me down for an hour and 15 minutes and below the last 30 minutes.
Just worried that if it's liver or if it's guts, that if I get down out of this tree stand and try to walk away, I'm gonna jump them because the leaves are super crunchy. Talked to a couple buddies and I've sat tight almost an hour now, and I'm wondering if I should just sit tight another hour and just kind of be super patient. I think when it's time to go, I'm just gonna leave all my stuff in the tree and get down and try and walk immediately away from my tree stand as quietly as I can. I'm excited, but man, I'm freaking nervous. Whew.
I sat in that tree for 2 hours after shooting that buck this morning, and then I got down and walked the opposite way from where the buck ran and headed back to the truck and talked to my buddy Steve, and we decided we were going to give it 5 or 6 hours and come back. And 6.3.5 at least, maybe 4.5. I've got pictures of him for 2 years, and he's a big deer. I'm looking forward to getting him home and doing a chest measurement and seeing exactly how much he weighs, but ended up making it 176 yards. We saw plenty of blood for the first 100 yards, and then blood stopped, but he got down into this field, and you can tell within the last 10 yards he bedded 3 separate times. And I'm excited. Definitely looking forward to going ahead and learning from this experience, and I have a strange feeling I'll be practicing the next couple of weeks about stopping deer that come in front of me.
It is so quiet this morning. No wind. Not even any birds singing. Just opening day gunshots. Yep, archery season is over in New York State. I just had a really nice buck pass by one of my cell cameras at 7:30, about 150 yards away from where I'm sitting, and 30 minutes later, the neighbor shot him. That's the way it works out sometimes, but awesome for him. It was a about 9 o'clock. I just got down out of my tree stand. I'm going to take about 20 minutes and slowly walk over to this other tree stand that I'm going to sit in for at least the middle of the day as these south winds increase. And it's kind of blocked by evergreen trees, and it's protected, and I think I have a chance maybe see some buck cruising there because it's right on the north side of a bedding area with a south wind. My friend finally left, so I think I'm going to go home for a couple hours before coming back up this afternoon. Okay, opening day, New York State gun season. I saw a yearling doe this morning, that was it. So I'm heading back out this afternoon, hunting on the exact opposite side of the farm. I was talking to my buddy Steve a little bit, and he just said side of the farm I'm on right now just doesn't have much food. So I'm going to change it up and see how it goes tonight. Walking down in here, just before I came down over the dike, I jumped 2 deer that were back behind the stand here, and one definitely had antlers. I could see him running away and the antlers flicking through the trees, but he was decent size, but I don't know how big. It's tough hunting down in this little bowl. It's supposed to be a south wind, but right now it's switching from south to west to northwest. Just not consistent. Makes it tough trying to figure out where a buck's gonna come from, but just gotta have that buck come past at the time that the winds are in your favor. Only takes one time for that to happen. Not often do you hear a thunderstorm in the middle of November while out deer hunting. That was a wild night. Saw a buck and a doe behind my stand as I came in. Didn't see anything else, and a thunder and lightning storm rolled through right at dark in the middle of November. I guess that's it. I'm gonna call it quits. See if I can get back to the truck dry. That was kind of comical. Got all my stuff packed up, getting ready to lower my gun down on my rope. I ejected my shell, and there was 2 deer 25 yards from me that took off running. This has kind of been that day, man. This latter half of November with daylight savings time, it's tough. Gotta fly out of work and get up here, change quick, hop into a spot that's not too difficult to get into. So I'm up here on the farm tonight, and it is the first week after opening weekend. We had a super slow weekend. Each of us saw a couple of buck, but none of us had an opportunity. So here it is. I got 2 nights this week after work to get out and hunt. Let's hope I have some luck. Just realized I'm sitting here in my blind under my glasses. Not a problem for shooting. It's a problem for trying to see the viewing screen on my video camera. So if a deer does come in and I'm trying to videotape, let's just hope I can get it in frame, let alone get it in focus. Always something, man. Well, that's definitely the rescue run-in coming in this late. There was probably about 12 doe that were feeding in the neighbor's field adjacent to this property, and they ran back up into the woods up there, so hoping they didn't know what they were spooked from, and that before dark they come back out into this field. Feed within 15 yards of me. Mama doe just wasn't big enough though. If I'm gonna shoot a doe during gun, I want it to be a big doe so it's got a lot of meat. Okay. See.
This is my neighborhood. I see more deer leaving to go hunting than I do while sitting in the stand.
Morning, folks. I'm back in the tree stand this morning. It was raining for the past 3 hours, so I got dressed and sat in my truck and waited for the rain to end. And I'm dry, stayed dry, camera equipment's dry, and now I'm out here and the rain's supposed to be done. It's supposed to clear all morning. It's only mid-40s this morning, so it's not that cold. And I'm sitting down at the bottom of the valley hoping I can catch some bucks that are still cruising for some of the last does that are going into estrus. Past. Now the blue skies are coming out for the day. Should dry things out pretty quick, but this would be a great morning to stalk.
That ray of sunshine must be telling me where the deer are.
Well, that happened fast. I had just got done getting set up and getting dressed, hadn't even turned my cameras on yet. And I turned around and looked behind me, and there's a doe underneath me that came in behind me. And she was walking away, so I didn't even have time to get the cameras on. And after being in a situation of not having a shot at a buck and doe all New York State season, I wasn't messing with it. I lifted my gun up, put the crosshairs on her shoulder, shot her. I saw her run about 100 yards and go down. So video or not, I don't care. Meat in the freezer, man. That's what it's about right now. This is the reason that I came in here this afternoon. Deer have been hitting this clover plot between 3 and 4:30 every day, or almost every day for about the last 2 weeks. That deer, though, came in behind my camera to the left of this food plot. Was going to walk around the thick stuff and head down to the other fields. Wasn't even going to walk through that food plot, so I'm psyched. I was not about to sit in this cold wind all afternoon, but I would have if I had to, so I'm going to get down, get stuff cleaned up, and go get her.
I'm bummed I didn't get the shot on camera, but it was so cold this morning, 5 degrees, that I drained all my GoPro batteries. And I didn't have a GoPro for this afternoon, and I didn't have my big camera set up yet. I had just got dressed and hadn't even pulled the camera arm out of the bag yet. That's the way it goes. I'll take a doe, meat in the freezer. After some super long days this year seeing no deer, I got the rest of the weekend to see if I can put a buck down with my New York tag before it wraps up on Sunday night.